Hey, JB here. In this video, we're going to talk about the question, is AI dangerous or can it be dangerous? And if you've seen any of my videos, you know I love AI, but this is a somber video because, yes, AI is dangerous. I've got a few points I'll cover, but we're just going to jump into it. So, the first one we're going to get into is AI, which I did a video on this. AI will try to agree with you, like especially ChatGPT. You can ask it something, and instead of just telling you no, you're wrong, it'll try to spin it to see if maybe you might be slightly, somewhat, maybe right if you don't think about it too much. It's kind of how it's built in. You got to really go into the back end and change the rules to where it'll want to respond to you and not always agree with you in a way that can help you learn. Please disagree with me when I'm wrong, kind of thing. This is important because when you get into like medical questions, right? Like, let's say you're wanting to find out, like, hey, I've got these symptoms. Can they be a cause of this? And it may be wrong, but it's going to agree with you. It's going to say, yeah, maybe. So they actually recently, like for ChatGPT, they had to put in like a specific response now saying, hi, I'm not a medical doctor. Please go talk to your doctor. Go look up something on ChatGPT and see what it says medical-wise. It's because there's been a lot of people just relying on that and not going to the doctor. So next, we got, this is a big one. Kids getting involved with self-harm due to AI. So, unfortunately, over the past few years now, there's been some loss of life among kids due to self-harm that was encouraged by AI. They somehow disabled the guardrails and were able to get crazy interactions with AI, and they were supporting things like saying, yeah, you should do that. It was pretty rough. So if you was to go look that up, you'll see multiple cases of kids under 18 who are no longer with us. That's one of the big parts why I don't think AI is safe for kids. There's a lot of ways to get around the guardrails. I'm sure it's improving every day, but that's a scary thing, you know? I'm going to do a whole separate video on kids and AI, because I think AI is a very important tool, but it needs lots of supervision. Next, work-related. So there's a big fear that when you upload something into AI, like ChatGPT, and you delete it, whatever, that the information is not actually going away. So let's say you're at work and you upload a Excel sheet because you're wanting to help you filter data, make some great informed decisions. But this Excel sheet has like socials, date of births, names, addresses, all the things, right? Like I work in HR, so this is just an example. So you upload that, it helps you filter it out, you get the information you want, great, and then you delete it out. There's a fear that it's actually still out there, and now it's being sold or given to people. My last job, not my current one, but my last one, working in a hospital, you couldn't even use AI. It was blocked, banned on every single website, and that was IT's biggest concern. They said, we have no evidence that they actually delete all the data. Again, it's kind of just use AI responsibly, but that job was pretty silly about that. My current job, they allow it. They encourage it, just be safe. So there is just that thought that information is still stored even though it says it's not supposed to be, and that's nefarious in its own way. Then we've got deepfakes and impersonations. Oh my word. AI is getting crazy now where things look so real and they sound perfect. So now, anytime a video comes up, everybody's always going to be skeptical. Like, is that really true? And of course, social media. Everybody loves to they'll see something shared on social media and it could be fake. And then they're all riled up like, oh yeah, especially if it's political related. And they just share it. It just goes mass, and now everybody's believing it, liking it, and sharing it more. And then it was never even said, We're going to get into that kind of constant things, especially as AI improves and people get more and more access to these different software that gets the video and audio perfect. So that's a big deal, and we're heading in that direction. The last one that I want to cover is just job loss. I know this is a touchy subject. As AI is improving, jobs, especially like in manufacturing, they're getting replaced. People are losing their jobs. Unfortunately, AI is not slowing down. We're not going to just halt and try to build jobs back up. Innovation, technology always keeps going forward. So I guess to get ahead of the curve, it's to try to identify jobs and maybe try to make a shift. There's ways to predict when your type of job will be replaced. For example, I work in HR, talent acquisition. It's already kind of being filtered out, where now AI is reviewing all job applications compared to the job description and filtering people out who don't have the requirements. So it's already impacting places, but some jobs are completely getting cut out. And that's a scary thing, especially when you went to school for a certain thing, or you spent your last 15 years of your life working in a role and it's going to go away. So trying to research what roles can you transition into that are going to support AI, or be supported by AI. So those are my top 5 points of why AI is dangerous. The job loss is not necessarily directly dangerous, but if you lose your job and your family depends on your income, that's dangerous, right? We'll see what happens, but if you like the video, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. It'll help me out a lot. Take care.